Good morning, students. Welcome to the History and Civics class of Class 7th. We were doing lesson number 9 of History. The name of the lesson is Akbar the Great. Topics to be discussed in this lesson are: number 1, its introduction; number 2, early life of Akbar; number 3, consolidation and expansion of the Akbar; number 4, Akbar's administration; number 5, religious policy; number 6, Rajput policy; number 7, social reforms; number 8, educational reforms; number 9, cultural developments under Akbar; number 10, estimate of Akbar. New words of today's topic are: number 1, illustrate means to provide a book with pictures; number 2, mason, a person skilled in cutting, dressing and laying stone in building; number 3, blend means mixture. Before starting with today's topic, let us recall the cross questions of previous year topic. Number 1, what was Akbar's Rajput policy? Number 2, name 2 evil practices abolished by Akbar. Number 3, who in the Mughal history abolished the system of enslaving prisoners of the war? Number 4, what is madrasa? Number 5, which Hindu epics were translated into Persian by Akbar? Number 6, which social reforms were introduced by Akbar? Students, you have to take out page number 97. Cultural development under Akbar. Literature. Though Akbar himself was illiterate, yet he had a passion for knowledge as well as books. Persian was the court language under Akbar, and he encouraged the composition of the Persian literature. Abul Fazl was one of the greatest Persian writers. Important Persian works written during the reign of Akbar are Akbarnama and Ain-e-Akbar by Abul Fazl. Number 2, Humayunama by Gulbadan Begum. Akbar patronized Hindu poets. Patronized means supported. Akbar always supported Hindu poets. The best known works in the Hindi literature were produced during Akbar's reign or rule. Raja Birbal was given the title of Hindi Kavi Rai by Akbar. The famous Hindi poet of that period were Tulsidas, Surdas, Vallabhcharya, Keshav Das, Abdul Rahim Khan-e-Khanan and Ras Khan. Tulsidas wrote the Ramcharitramanas. Surdas wrote the Sur Sagar. Ras Khan was the author of Prem Vatika. Our next topic is painting. Akbar was a great patron of painting, means Akbar was a great supporter of painting. Akbar considered painting as a means of realizing the glory of God. The most famous Persian painters in the court of Akbar were Mir Sayyid Ali and Khwaja Abd Samad. The paintings had varied themes, means different themes, but majority of the scenes depicted means shows the life of Akbar, the royal court and hunting. The most important Hindu painters of Akbar's court were Daswant, Basavan, Sanwal Das, etc. They were employed to illustrate the Mahabharat, Babarnama, Akbarnama, etc. Illustrate means to provide a book with pictures. So they all were employed to provide a book with the pictures of the Mahabharat, Babarnama, Akbarnama, etc. Next is music. Akbar also patronized music. The most famous musicians of his court was Mian Tansen of Gwalior. He is credited to have created many new rags. The most famous of them are Rag Darbari and Rag Deepak. Baba Ramdas, Baba Haridas, Surdas, and Baiju Bawra were other renowned musicians of Akbar's reign. Next topic is architecture. Akbar's architecture is a unique blend of the Indo-Persian style. By the word blend we mean mixture. It means Akbar's architecture is a unique mixture of Indian or Persian style. His spirit of tolerance is clearly visible in the buildings of his reign. His masons created wonders with the red sandstone. The tomb of Humayun is one of the earliest buildings of Akbar's reign. In this building, marble was used for the first time. It has traces of the Persian influence. Now students, let's have a look on other significant buildings of Akbar's reign. Number 1, the Buland Darwaza. Number 2, the Panch Mahal. Number 3, the forts of Agra and Allahabad, Fatehpur Sikri, etc. Now, the last topic of this chapter is estimate of Akbar. By the word estimate, we mean to make an opinion regarding the word. We will discuss the best of Akbar. Akbar stands unparalleled in the history of medieval India. In all the fields, as a benevolent ruler, means a kind ruler, an able administrator, a military commander, a secular ruler, and a lover of literature and architecture. He successfully re-established the glory and the prestige of the Mughal Empire in India. He disowned the centuries-old custom prevalent in India. Disowned means not accepted. Akbar didn't accept the centuries-old customs which were prevalent in India and brought a series of reforms for the welfare of his subjects. He dreamed of an India that was united by the bonds of religious tolerance and universal brotherhood. According to Sir Wolseley, Akbar was unquestionably the greatest of all the rulers of the India of the Muslim period. Students, with this topic, we have completed our chapter Akbar the Great. I hope you all have done back exercises side by side. Thank you and have a nice day.